I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or da-da-da-da-da. I have to go on the actions of the group.
Right.
The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted.
Right.
And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you. Mm-hmm. It's not a war on you waged by women. Actually, the war get a little thicker when we start talking about it from the perspective of a woman and the greater society of racism and white supremacy being waged against black people, and then the patriarchal society being waged against women. So they have to deal with two elements. One of those elements we don't have to think about. And honestly, we're perpetuated. Mm. And it's perpetuated against us young to look at women as objects,
right?
You know, to look at women only through the lens of a sexual desire and not as the human being that they are. And when you understand how to deal with women on a human level, you understand how much women will enrich your life. Mm. You want to turn it up a notch?
Yeah.
Get you a good woman, get you a good black woman in your corner.
Amen.
Hey, man, you want to see your life turn up?
Mm-hmm.
You can call it pandering, but if I was up here caping for white women, you wouldn't even mention that word. Mm. If I was up here caping for Hispanic women, you wouldn't even call it pandering. Mm. Only when we take pride and show love to black women do you call it pandering.
Before I start talking, I want to give a shout out to a page called Centering Black Women and Girls. And I wanted to give her a shout out because she has amazing content. Okay, if you don't follow her already, go follow her. But I want to give her a shout out because I found this person from a snippet of a video that she did talking about some points that he made. And she also added a clip from Muhammad Ali that I just thought was genius. All of her content is genius. But if you don't already, go follow her. But yeah, I wanted to say that because I wasn't aware of this man, Deante Kyle, right? I wasn't aware of his content. I have seen him before. I realize I recognize his face from being on my timeline before. But I'm not gonna lie, when I see men in front of microphones, I normally do not follow their content. I told you guys I am not a fan of black movies all the time. I'm not a fan of, you know, black content. Not because I am not proud to be black, and it's not because I feel like, you know, I just don't want to be black. It's, you know, around COVID, the time of COVID, what was that, 2020, 2021, when all these men got microphones, they started bashing women, and, you know, you're familiar with Red Pill and all that other stuff. So I don't watch, when I see black men making content, I don't watch it. And that's a sad thing to say, but I don't feel like being triggered. I understand that usually when they make content, they're not there to educate you or speak truth. They're there to make you feel bad, make everything your fault, disrespect you, you know, throw you to the wolves, essentially. Like, they're not there to uplift black women normally. In this video, he made a lot of great points, so much so that I feel like I don't need to piggyback off of it. But I wanted to point out a few things. Number one, I just want to start it by saying, even making this video, I'm not going to lie, it feels a little unnerving to me because I don't want to jump the gun and give men credit for doing things like this, because sometimes I feel like it's done because they see the wave, they see the movement, they see that women are like, fuck you, and women tend to be easy and agreeable and fucking forgiving, and will go, oh my god, thank god, finally there's a black man who's speaking sense. And you know, I've been one of those people too, and they always turn around and hurt me with the next video that they make. So it does, you know, drudge up some PTSD from how I've been treated by men and how women in the community have been treated by the men. I want to say, I try not to get emotional when I talk about stuff like this, but I've been talking about stuff like this for years, and I've been gaslit by the community out of what I've been saying. And I'm not the only one saying it. There's a lot of women saying it, and men have been so, black men have been so visceral and disgusting towards us. And I don't think that, you know, crying about it is enough of a response, honestly. I think black women should have been turned their backs on these men. And I want to say, if you dare think that this is an opportunity to jump on a bandwagon because we done cracked the fucking code, which was not easy to do with all of that fucking distraction of podcasts over the past, how many years has this shit been going on? How many years have black women had to turn on the fucking YouTube and keep watching Kevin fucking Samuels, and then he's being honored on the BET fucking awards? Like, I can't sometimes. I cannot. I was getting hot and I was getting worked up, but there's no excuse. There's no excuse for what has been going on. And I want women who have also been siding with Red Pill and all of this other shit, because now a man's saying it. So because I know you're so male identified, now you're going to be trying to jump on the bandwagon with women who have been pushing for this. I don't take any of this lightly, and I'm never going to stop talking about it. You guys think that it is okay to try to make black women your slaves. because white men did it to you. And just like he said in this video, we are doubly oppressed, and we've been saying that forever. And we've had your fucking goons, your pit bulls that you raised, and I'm talking about other black women, defending you and aiding in their own fucking oppression to be picked. And you being picked by white women and having white women thinking that they're better than us, and that we just don't know, we just don't know y'all, and we don't know how to treat you. Nigga, please.